This week you're going to see us fit an awning rail, attempt to make an awning, seal our side trims, and drain a bucket load of water out of our van.
So this is our awning rail that we're going to use, and it's going to go kind of as high up as possible without going into the lip for the roof, so we don't want it down there because it won't really be very usable there, so it's going to give it a quick wipe down. The awning rail is attached under these things here, which is a bit annoying because I can only see about 3 of the 10 screws or so I put in for that, so it's quite hard to tell if that's leaking or not. But so far the screws I've managed to see all look fine. Today's job is going to be to fashion an awning for our awning rail up there, and so we're going to use the ground sheet for an old tent and then hopefully the tent poles to hold that up. The glue just did not hold, so all of this was glued down here, and as you can see it's just ripped apart there.
After the glue didn't hold, we thought we'd try and sew the awning together, and then we remembered that neither of us can actually sew very well, and so a massive shout out to my mum as she did all the sewing for us.
As we're using the ground sheet from an old tent for our awning, it seemed only appropriate to use the poles to prop it up. We did this by creating a loop in the end of our fabric, which you saw us stitching together earlier, and then we can simply feed our tent poles through that loop. Because we have a fairly simple C-channel awning rail, it means we can use pretty much the same method for attaching the awning to the van itself. We bought some thin metal rods, created another loop at the top of the fabric and sealed those rods inside, so we can feed that end through the awning rail and we are good to go.
See the help I get, viewers? Just stands there doing nothing all day. All day! All day!
Next, we're moving on to sealing the side trims.
All of these plastic side trims are just held on with these push clips here, and some have stayed in the plastic trim. So just going to disconnect this wire, give it all a good clean, and then Sikaflex these, because the only bit stopping any water going through is this rubber seal.
And now we just need to remove all the others. Once the actual panels are off, you have to remove all of these little yellow clips, and as you can see, some of them were a nightmare to remove.
All the side trims are off, all the plastic clips are off. Just gone round and painted any exposed bits of metal which were under this trim, or any little bits of rust, just to try and increase the longevity. So whilst that dries, we'll go and wash all of these dirty clips.
Once they're dried, we can put everything back together with a good old blob of Sikaflex.
Don't forget all the screws or the bolts that came out. I noticed there should be some on the sliding door panel, but we don't have those. They seem to be missing. So I'm just going to put the one we had back in under here. These are the clips now from the inside of the van, so hopefully you can see that's made a good seal. The Sikaflex is pushing through slightly, and they go all the way along, and that should stop this water coming in and making these channels. Down here there's this little lip behind the wheel arch, and then here is the drain hole, and these sometimes get really clogged up with dirt and grime, so it's a good idea to go round and just give them a poke with the screwdriver, make sure nothing comes out. Right, so I've just poked that one through, and as you can see it's just pouring water out of it.
It's finished. Finally.
And here we see Aisha in her natural habitat, wearing pyjamas and a coat.
It's cold!
Well, I think we could call that one a failure. We'll try something else.